What's up, buddy? It's Deezer. I got a reaction, and I'm about to react. Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm just thinking about it, right? It's like the guest gets, I don't know. They just start having a disagreement and stuff. So I haven't watched some Jesse Lee Peterson for maybe like a couple months. But I'm telling you, a lot of times he has a lot of points, but kind of trolls a little bit, but he just keeps going. But he has some facts though, and some people can't take it. But sometimes he just troll though. Let's see if he says the truth, or he's kind of like low key, like roasting him. Man, this thing's hella funny. All right, but let's go straight into it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go.
You are a diversity, equity, and inclusion leader. Can you explain to me what is that and how does that work?
Yeah, so that means that, again, my focus, my learning laboratory is the workplace. So I roll into organizations and I ensure that Black people, that people of color, that women, that gender minorities, that sexual minorities, that people with disabilities are being treated respectfully and appropriately and fairly within the context of the workplace. Protected categories are protected for a reason. And a lot of people are,
I mean, if somebody does do that to you at your job about from your skin color or anything like that for a girl or this and this, you can sue somebody. So this is some bullshit.
People are actually keen on hiring folks from these demographics because that's the first hurdle. A lot of organizations don't have any of these folks represented. If they actually do hire folks from underrepresented demographics, a lot of people will hire and then hire and then tell them to go sit down and shut up. We got you for the picture on the annual report. We got you for the picture on the website. Now don't contribute. And those microaggressions are not at all insignificant. Like people are making stereotypes and talking about how people talk, how people dress, making.
Oh my man, what the like she's kind of pushing that more right there to saying all of it. Like, come on, who the hell was saying this? Dude, or have you went out and seen something like that? Do you go out in different places? Talking about anybody. If you go right there into like Hispanic community or whatever it is, or a Hispanic place right there, people are gonna say some stuff about that. Going to a people that's some Druze right there, they're gonna say something right there. Whites, blacks, anybody, it's like that. It's not just one right there, but dude, everybody, and plus people just make jokes too, man. If somebody say something to you and that's trying to say something like, oh, feel something bad to you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna just get all emotional or something? Why? I just laugh and be like, all right, man, okay, I guess you know me so good, okay, cool. But damn,
making
not like
racial
her.
implications and comments, things that are inappropriate in the world,
Unless
much less
like
the workplace.
A job, that's all.
So
bad.
my job is to go in and I quantify, like I do metrics. And my company is the only company that can actually quantify diversity, equity, and inclusion, and then create a metrics-based accountability system for making sure that we close the gap, because Black people in companies all across this country and all around the world are often having a very different experience from white people in companies. And even if you just look at the organizational chart, you often have the most diverse.
Damn, so Obama was the president not because of the half black, it was because they're half white. That's why? That's what you're trying to say? Dude, man, come on, man. This is all stupid all the time. People always kind of like that. That means you're just like,
the higher up you go, the
awesome.
more white and the more male the organization becomes. That's not always happening on purpose, but that fact limits the ability of Black men and women and Hispanic men and women and queer men and women to have the opportunity to be successful, to thrive, to feed their families, and to live into their best lives. So my job is to knock down those barriers and make sure that people are having an equitable experience.
Me.
Do you think she still got a job right now? I bet you she don't.
I know truckloads of businessmen and women, but mostly men around the country that they don't want to hire Black people. Foreigners who have come here as well, they don't like hiring Black people because the Blacks are so much trouble. They are always complaining. They show up late. They think that everything is racism. Anytime you have to correct them. And so a lot of companies don't like hiring the Blacks. And when they also are concerned that when they let them go, they're going to be sued for being called racist, right? Because the blacks think everything is racist. And so they are trying to avoid hiring black people. So if you don't correct the blacks, why would anybody want to be bothered with them?
Yeah, everything she's saying though, if you're talking about into outs, if you're going out more, crime is up. I mean, everybody has crime, but if you go some different kind of towns or cities or different states, it's all messed up. Yeah, but what we gonna talk about that? It's crazy. Man, let's go. Let's see what she's gonna say.
So
So
ascribing those particular attributes to black people only is super problematic because you get people of all races in organizations who complain, who show up late, who don't do their job, who sue you when you mistreat them. So those are not characteristics of black people.
But it's well and alive in the black folks, though.
Well, it is well and alive in all folks. That is well and alive in all folks. Listen, I'm an organizational development specialist. I have a doctorate of management in organizational development.
And what does that mean? That you can talk to all the people right there you're talking about? Stop it, man. You're just like you're awesome. You're awesome.
Organizational development specialist. I have a doctorate of management in organizational development. I'm in organizations all over the world, and I can tell you that.
So you go inside the world and you see everything, all the different states and my different countries, and everything is different, man. Dude.
Statistically speaking, all over the world, those are management issues that show up in all races, in all genders, and in all sexual orientations. They show up across the board. And what you're describing is the conscious bias of ostensibly white people you're talking about who don't know how to communicate with, lead, manage, or interact with black people across differences and inspire the kind of behavior that they're looking for. You've got to actually create a culture of intention and decide how you want people to feel and experience their day-to-day work life. And if you
Dude, so you're just saying feel how you feel like to make your bills, like get your money. You can't just make money from your feelings, man. You have to do something about it. You gotta like make some moves, not just I feel people are not helping me. Come on, man. See, this is why I want to see people, anybody, not just anybody that's always complaining and crying. To me, I don't like that stuff, man, because to me, like if you see me in right here, I talk about multiple times, I had a brain injury. I was stabbed in my brain from somebody that I know. And it was on somebody was hating on me. We had a disagreement. We had a fight and then stabbed me in my brain, right? Stabbed me right here. Right here, man. And I had a brain surgery and I had a coma from my surgery, had 4 days, 4 nights in a coma. I survived that. And the one thing when I'm talking about is, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna complain about everything about that? Nah, man. To me, for my whole recovery, it helped me like year by year by year to be able to walk, to talk, because I couldn't walk and talk I couldn't talk for over 5, 6 years to be consistent to talk, because to recover, when I talk to somebody, it took me like a couple seconds or maybe like 5 seconds, and I'm thinking way slow and everything. But now, when she's saying, it's just like, what are you talking about? Feelings. Stop. People have to just do some actions about it. Gotta do something about it. Not just, oh, this is how I feel. Stop it, man.
You can't create that sense of belonging, that sense of engagement, that sense of inspiration, then you are every bit as much culpable for how people are showing up in the workplace.
You think that, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna say like Martin Luther King, okay? When he said, I have a dream. He said, I think I'm gonna do it. Nah, he did actions about it to change it, and everybody else that did that into the culture or in like the country that happened that made the country better. But now I guess we're gonna think about it that it's so racist and it's worse for this people than the other people, or the women thing is worse from that. Dude, there's other countries that women can't even have a job and they can't even drive. There's like some countries they barely just to have a job right now, and barely just to drive. They used to have to drive with their husband or something like that, but nah, people don't think about that.
But why not train the blacks how to act rather
You can't.
than
That's it. What you're saying right now is illegal.
rather
That's
than
illegal.
putting the responsibility on the owner
Sensitive.
of the company.
No, that's what you just said is illegal.
Why is
You
that?
cannot train the blacks.
Why not?
That's not, you have, if you are offering training, you have to train everyone. You can't make assignments by race like that. There are laws that protect against isolating groups for purposes like that. You can't do, that's like,
I mean, you're trying to help him something. That's what he's trying to say. Like train. I'm trying to train him. I guess that's a trigger. See, she should. You can't do this. So you can't. So what can you say? You can't say nothing. I guess because it's gonna be all bad. You're just gonna be all sensitive. Like I just said, it's all about feelings. It's not about like making moves. It's all about feelings. That's racist. Oh, this I could sue you. Stop it.
you
man.
can't just hire people. You can't hire people because of their race, because of their
Well,
gender.
no, I'm not talking about the company training them. Why don't your job, why don't you switch your role rather than putting that responsibility on the companies? Why not train the blacks how to act at work?
That is an absurd notion.
Oh, why it's hard to train them?
Hey, Jesse Lee Peterson, man. That dude, every time, man. She's like, that's legal. That man, she did a hella fast too. She got triggered so fast, man. That's so crazy. You can't say, see, to have conversations like that, having a conversation, he's trying to say, okay, how come you can try to help basically the people on that one so they can get jobs, what he's trying to say, so they know how to act. When he's saying, she's like, that's illegal. No, you can't do that. See that? Here we go. You just saw him right there into her job. It goes, most of them, she said it's all blacks, okay? And then there's some gay people, and then there is Hispanic, I guess, whatever she said, but she didn't say nothing for white. So from the white stuff. So can you like do the same thing back to her from a white person that's gonna come right there and try to like sue her, trying to say, oh, you're trying to diss me because I'm white, because you're seeing it's a white life or something. If it was a person, I mean, I'm a quarter white, but I'm just saying somebody else could probably like sue her then from what she's trying to say right there. So that's why it's just always triggered about some little things like that, and that's crazy. But all right, man, hit me on the comments, man. Tell me what you think. You think that she just tripping, or do you agree with her, or do you agree with Jesse Lee Peterson? Hit me in the comments. Like I said, man, you already see what I'm feeling. I say right there, here and there. But all right, man, like, subscribe, show love. All right, it's D's World. Peace.